according to your statement, he laid an initial sexual aggressiveness. You responded by initial get off me, counter sexual aggressiveness to get off me, right? He said yes, you said no, and things got physical, correct? Now, if you were to kick and punch and scream and fight, why is it my client has absolutely no evidence?
Your Honor, we did not establish the fact that she was kicking or biting him. Well, we established the fact that we fought, but she did not bite him, Your Honor.
I just asked the question, she said yes.
He's twisting my client
No
words,
one's
Your
twisting
Honor.
anything. She said that was not the case.
It's badgering,
She
Your
simply
Honor.
said, no, not badgering, not leading, asking a question to gain information, just gaining information, nothing more. I noticed my client does not have any types of bruise upon him. No bruising, no swelling of the eye, no petechial hemorrhaging, nothing like that. If you were fighting him off and you were fighting here and trying to choke and scream and kick and scratch, he would have some sort of bruise, some sort of mark.
Yes, it didn't happen yesterday, but this has happened months ago, before his trial even took place.
Oh,
So
you're
no,
saying
today you would not have no evidence.
So he's not bruised because this was so long ago.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Okay. Do you realize that that a bruise only shows up a while after an altercation? The initial same time frame that something happens is not when a person bruises. It takes time for it
Objection,
to
Your
build
Honor,
up.
not necessarily, because some people do bruise, and my client is of fair skin, and she can bruise immediately. And an individual of a darker complexion, it takes a while, or even if the bruising will show.
Oh, so there's no evidence so there's no evidence to help my client because he's black. Oh, I see where this is
I'm not
going.
stating
Well,
that, Your Honor, I'm just
finished.
stating
I'm
that
finished.
an
Thank you.
individual of a fair
Nothing more.
complexion bruises quicker.
Nothing
Your
more.
Honor.
I know where that's going. Nothing more.
If the defense had any evidence, as we have here, you should have submitted it of any bruising that your
There's no
client had.
evidence to submit, sir, because this situation never happened, Your Honor.
Okay, well, if there's no proof, then we have to throw it out. All those
They
things.
make evidence and none is there.
Exactly, that's my point. So if there is any type of evidence to show any bruising from your client or Ms. Johnson, like we have here, then we wanted it to be submitted along with everything else. But that point has passed and we cannot go back to any type of evidence. This is it right here. And this is what we're gonna make the decision on, the evidence that we have right here.
I do want to ask one question. How long after this incident happened was the police called? The situation?
You're asking me? From there?
Stand. Go ahead, Richard. Ask her. That's a legitimate question. Just make sure you say alleged situation. There's no proof that it's happened.
6 months.
That's right. Alleged situation.
You have 4 minutes.
How long after this alleged situation happened between you and Mr. Sanders did you call the police?
I went to the police station within hours,
Hours.
within a few hours, yes.
How long was
You
it?
didn't decide to, because I'm pretty sure you was at a desk, you just didn't call 911 and then report late.
No, I left, I went to the police station and spoke with officers and examiners.
Okay. And that's when they took pictures of the cases?
Yes.
You just don't see it, like, but, okay, so you're sure you're not just trying to,
Your Honor, all of
Do
our
you have the
evidence
officer's
are time,
names?
all of our evidence are time dated, sir. And the officers' names are on there. There's Officer Smith, there's Officer Boyd. All of the evidence are time dated, Your Honor. And we need to establish the fact that my client is a professional businesswoman. Yes, there are most women out there who may cry, rape, or run, but my client is very professional.
We're not dealing with
So she knew.
objection. We're not
so she
dealing
knew
with
that-
multiple business
knew-
here. We're dealing with this case here.
We'll have time, you have time in our closing statements to go over these things, okay? Now, you're down to 2 minutes. If you have 2 minutes to ask questions, we'll do that. You have 2 minutes left.
That's it.
You know what? I'll just say this, and I'll just say this to you, Your Honor. and to the jury, I find it unreasonable to believe that all this fighting that was allegedly happening in this this office that was not soundproof, no yelling, no screaming, no bruising upon my client. Surely if he was in some kind of a scuffle like that, there would have been some form of evidence to prove that he had been in some sort of altercation. There was none, because none of
Objection,
this
Your Honor.
happened.
The prosecutor, he's speaking on opinion and not facts. It now seems like he's talking on personal. Let's stick with the facts, let's stick with the evidence.
It is
Let's
common
stick with
knowledge
the
of the
case
human
that
being,
is on hand,
of the structure of the human body.
and not based on
When
opinion,
there is an
Your Honor.
altercation, bruises occur. There's just no bruising here. This did not happen. I don't see how any
Your Honor,
reasonable person could believe
The
this
first
happened.
incident happened 3 months ago. We are now, this has happened 3 months ago, Your Honor.
Why wasn't it reported then? I
It-
want to know.
Well,
This has been reported,
We'll
this
have
is our
time in your closing
this
statements to
is
present
our
that.
second trial, Your Honor. We're countersuing from the first incident that happened 3 months ago, Your Honor. Please let us stick to the facts and not just based on his opinion.
okay. All right, our cross-examinations have been completed by both the prosecution and the defense. We'll press on to our closing statement.